Oh, we've had a weird turn of events, but it's the last episode. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Right, I am a lot further on than I intended to be for this episode. I was just going to do finishing, really, but we're going to have to do a different tact because I've lost 2 memory cards. I think I've dropped them out in the street. Someone's obviously picked them up, and they've gone home to a feast of dick pics, but they'll think it's a collection of chicken's beaks. It'll take them a while to figure out what the fuck they're looking at. Welcome back, everyone. My name's Paul. This is episode 4. If you're new here, watching episode 4, you're a bit weird. Like and subscribe before you fuck off, and go back and watch episode 1 and everything else I've ever made. So here we are, the PRS mung bean. I've got some confessions to make. If you don't know the backstory, if you can't remember the backstory, this was a piece of shit wood that I made in my first workshop years and years ago out of very, very rotten spalted wood that was cut down locally. It was even moist when I got it. But I was determined to turn it into a guitar. It is sandwiched on an oak frame. It's like a door. It's completely hollow. I had no idea what I was doing. And I discovered it tidying up the workshop. It'd been moved around for years. And I lost it again. I actually started this a little while ago. Shh, don't tell them about continuity of time. So I've clear coated this and it went badly. But surprise, this is my first ever 2K clear coat sand puff and polish. That's the first time I've ever done it. And the back went well because the wood is fine. The front is very, very rotten. And I could not stop it soaking up finish. Didn't really matter. It was an experiment guitar. And the whole reason is to show you the experiments. And it's only one that's going to be kicking around the workshop. I forgot all about it. I made loads of workshop upgrades. And then I emptied a cupboard the other day. And this was sat in there all scratched and dusty and knackered. And so it almost didn't make it to air. This series almost didn't make it. But it has, because I don't like to start things and not finish them. Before I lost my memory cards, I've wired this with a 5-way super switch. It has got Warman Groove Baby humbuckers in. I love Warman Tennessee Rivals and Groove Babies. They're amazing. We've got the reverse PRS headstock, which doesn't really look that reversey, but it does. We've got our layered fretboard with the maple stripe down the middle, which is the bit I was most interested. The reason I wanted to finish this. This is a proper PRS neck profile. It's fat. It's got a nice little shoulder on it. It's a dirty little guitar. It's nice. I'm going to take this home and just have it as a at-home guitar because it's teeny tiny, isn't it? So let's get it finished today, shall we? Let's see what's going on it. I've got a Geiger bone nut. I've had to fish around and find some bits and bobs. I've got a clear plastic back cover so you can see my shit wiring. And for all you odies, you old Soviet fucking missile wirers, I've got a paper and oil capacitor, which will make no difference to the tone of this guitar at all. But if you think it does, that's fine. That's your own little bit of neuroses. I'm all right with that. It's got a really shit bridge on it with massive Allen screws. No. Allen! There he is. Get on, slag. Allen t-shirts available in the in 4th wall now. So let's get sorted. We're going to start with putting some tuners on. We're just going to waffle through. I haven't got that much to do. We're going to set this up. After I've set my string heights, I'm going to individually wind out these Allen bolts. And I'm going to see if I can replace them with some shorter ones that sit inside the saddle so we don't chafe our hands on there. Because we don't like hand chafage. Dave, come over here, you prick. Right. On go our tuners. Of course they're Geiger locking tuners because I'm not a psychopath. So we're going to angle them like yay. Make it look how you want it to look. It helps if you turn your tuning pegs all the same way with your line-up bit. I'm happy with that. Right, get a little teeny tiny drill bit. I've got a little bit of tape on it so I don't go too deep. Not normally an issue I have. Paul, why is there always so many innuendo jokes? It's all I've got in the bag, all right? It's limited. Limited vocabulary, as one prick said in the comment section. I love a pricky comment. I really do. It's entertainment these days.
Just bring it, bitch!
When you're putting in your screws for your tuners for the first time, little teeny tiny screws, they're always shit. bit of lubricating, bit of screw wax, all right? You can't go wrong with lubricating your screw, especially when she's old. She's drying up. She needs a little bit of help. She still wants the excitement in her life, but she struggles getting into second gear. It's one of them. And of course, I'm putting these in manually with a screwdriver, all right? Anyway, we'll whiz through, and I'll show you what I do from the front. 10mm. Lovely jubbly. Simple and easy, this one. Nothing too crazy going on. So we're going to move on now. What's left to do? There's not a lot left to do, is there? We've got to string it up and prep this nut and get the height right. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the 2 outer E's on, and then we're just going to double check and get the height right of the nut. If it's massively high, I'm going to take the material from the bottom of the nut first, most of it, so that I haven't got to cut too much into the slots. Gauge 10, MYXL, Dario for the win.
That's boring. You're boring.
That nut is very, very high, so we are going to take a bit off there, but I'm going to put the low E on because I want to know what it's like at both ends. This is very serious, isn't it? I'll think of something fucking funny to say in a minute. Starting on the 24th of April, that's an interesting one for you. The Jürgs Cup happens every year. Jürgen Zoller, this gentleman, was the geezer that sadly lost his life to leukemia, and it's the reason, one of the main reasons I got involved in the guitar building community. So it's a face that I will remember forever, very important. It started the charity drive. It's the reason I did the London Marathon. Lots of good things have come out of that horrendous situation. And every year there's a Jürgs Cup. I got asked to be involved with it a bit more this year because I wasn't last year. And I said, absolutely I will. That sounds amazing. I'm bang up for that. It starts on April the 24th, which is a Friday. So my build series for April the 24th will be the Jürgs Cup. That is a raffle guitar. I'm only making one for that series. It is going to be an NF53 shape. And that's all I'm going to tell you. It's different to the one I've made, but lots of people really like that guitar. So it's a variation of that. All the hardware is Goto throughout, and the pickups and electronics, unusually for me, are very expensive. At this point, we can double check that when my nut's in place there and it's going to be fixed in, my strings are beautifully parallel with the neck. So I'm super happy with that. Lots of room on her. But if we fret it on the 3rd fret, I am massively high on that nut. Humongously high. So I'm just going to pop these off, and I'm going to whip this one over. Now, this one's going to go on here, and basically, I need to take off just a smidgen. Now, you could do it manually on a bit of sandpaper. I'm going to do it on the electricery one because I'm a lazy fucker. I'll take you over on Dave, and we're just going to put a bit of... I'll show you. Mind your fingers. That's all we've got to do. There's a horse's head on my sander. You don't hear that every fucking day, do you? Who don't love sniffing a bit of bone? Right. I haven't gone all the way to me line because I'm not a psychopath. So we're popping back on, fret on the 3rd, little bit high, little bit high. That's fine. That's perfect now. That's perfect. Look at the big camera, Paul. It's not big, it's the same size. So all I'm going to do now is pop this off, glue the nut on a couple little spots. This is interesting because sometimes when you build a new guitar, you put it all together, and you're worried, you're nervous. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be all right? Am I going to perform? Is she going to think? You never just screw it together and go, oh, it's perfect. It needs all the same setup as everything else. Not too much glue. On it goes. Now I've already shaped this nut, and it's lovely and smooth on the sides. It needs a little bit of love on a bit of a tickle on the corners. Does need a bit of a tickle. It's Saturday morning, by the way. I've snuck down this morning. My whole family was on the piss last night, but not me. I was at home building a PC because nothing gets me over the line quicker than building computers. Fucking love it. Testing. Right, first thing I'm going to do now is tune it up, all right? That's the next stage. Give it a quick tune, give the strings. The setup's going to be awful. It's all going to look weird. Don't panic. If you're ever worried, just remember, Phil's with you. Ah, I'm with you all the way, buddy. All the way. Oh my God. Go on, Phil. Comment. Go on. Are you watching? Go on. Make my day. Right, we're in tune. The intonation's 9 miles out, but we knew that would be the case. Now, my action is monumentally high. So I'm going to check my neck relief now. That's the next stage. You watching, Dave? Keep your eye on the ball, sucker. Yes, we've got a ton of relief. There's more than a queef of relief in that neck. Lovely. It's about there. We're getting about there. We're edging in. Everyone loves a bit of edging. At this point, give your strings a bit of a stretch. Incidentally, a fault that you always get on locking tuners, they fucking break strings. It doesn't matter if you do them up tight. It doesn't matter if you just caress them in there. I've got to say, I'm not a massive fan of locking tuners, and I've had it with every brand. Give me a normal tuner any day of the week. This locking bullshit. I'm going to say it. I'm going to be the first on the internet to say, keep your locking tuners, you dicks. Give me a normal one. Right, so my neck relief is within tolerance. Let's have a little look at what the action's doing. Let's have a little read of what she's doing now with this set pretty average. 2.2 on the lowy. 2.8 on the high. So we'll get some screws out and we'll adjust this and we'll get it within the realms. If I adjust that, it's going to affect that. If I do that, it's going to affect that. But this is micro changes. Micro changes. This is big changes. So we're going to drop everything down with this one. We might have to adjust that a little bit and bring it up once I chop the nut down and get that to height. Let's see how that affects that, shall we? I've set this to 1.38. I know my neck relief is pretty much within the realms. Let's have a look at my nut cut. I'm at 0.6, so it's very close. We got it close on the sander. But I do want to be closer to 0.4 really. So we'll just nip that one out of the way. 0.3, perfect. How's that affected up here? It should have dropped us down just a smidgen. 1.3. So I can definitely raise that up. My preference is 1.6, 1.4. And I'm bang on there. And my screws, my little grub screws, quite an interesting one this. They are fucking sticking out an absolute country mile. So these need to be changed. I'm going to change them one by one in a minute. I'm going to try and find some shorter ones. So I'm basically going to repeat that process now. I'm going to whip through. I'm going to get my saddle right. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do it again. All right. I'm not going to show it. I'm even going to turn the camera on and we'll just do one of those blendy blendersons. And we should come back and we'll be looking at grub screws. Now, if that doesn't get you excited and make you want to stick around and hit that like and subscribe button and hype me, no idea what hyping is still, but apparently you can do it. If you've got a hype button, I suggest you get your helmet out and give him a press. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, back in the room, and I've found me little packet of grub screws that I've been missing for years. A minute ago, I basically wound out one of these grub screws, which are longer than Mrs. Richards' toenails. Literally, they're wildebeest level of length. Way too big. And I basically chopped it in half with pliers and then ground the tip and got it looking all nice and flat and lovely. And then I would have had to do that 12 times. I did the maths in my head then. But I have found a packet of teeny tiny grub screws that I bought years ago for this very same issue. And they just wind in. And they are perfect. Absolutely perfect. So you can see here on the metas, I'm going to unwind that one. You can see the issue. They are way too long. Take out that big barfer. Try and keep my head still so you don't puke looking at the glasses footage. In it goes. Very gently. Make sure you're not cross-threading anything. I'm just winding it down so that I know that saddle is going to sit level. See it's on the piss there. Wind him up so he's level. There you go. I'm going to go through and do all of them. And then we've got no screws. Cheering up. That's an easy job you can do, all right? This sort of thing's available on eBay and Amazon. You can buy these fucking screws. No need to swear there, was there? But there was, because I just want to play it. I've just strummed this guitar, and I mean, it's essentially an acoustic guitar, isn't it? It's fucking hollow, and it sounds weird. So I can't wait for you to hear it. That's cross-threaded. See what I mean? Didn't want to be doing that. Anyway, back to normal cam. So I'm going to whip through this, and thanks to Noakes, Habermal and Kerr for my lovely lenses. Chuffed a bit. It's not a lump in my throat, it's actual cum. Right, quick check of the intonation now. I say check, set the intonation up now, which should be a nice easy bit. Get her in tune. We're high, we're well high there, so we need to pull that saddle back. Quite a bit.
One eternity later.
Lovely, right, we're intonated within a Nat's codpiece. She's brand new, I'm going to play her in anyway. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. It's essentially a hollow guitar, isn't it? It plays, it sounds like a bloody acoustic. It's so loud. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't like glossy guitars. I don't like the feel of that on my skin. I don't like the way it rubs my nubbins. Wanker! But, all in all, and she needs a good clean. She needs a good tuppy wipe. Now, I'm going to fret that, and I'm going to set these humbuckers up so that they are pretty much where I want them. I'm going to fret on the end. I'm just going to eye up this neck humbucker. I'm about 2 mil from the strings. So my bridge humbucker, I'm just going to bring it up to get it close. Lovely. She was sticky. Yep, so they're married up. Let's take it downstairs and give it a play. See what she's like. She feels lovely. It looks nice. It's like me. It looks nice from a distance, but the skin's a bit pitty. Show signs of wear. I'll see you downstairs for a demo. Special wave. That was premature. Right, future me here. Before I start getting everything shit-eye in the workshop, this video series has got a bit of a weird ending. I took this guitar to the guitar show in Birmingham just the other week, and the only reason I went to that show is so that people could play my guitars, really, and to meet people and special way people in person, in the face. And I did, 7 hours a day for 2 days running. It was absolutely just disgustingly busy and very humbling experience, and I enjoyed meeting everyone. I didn't film anything at the show, really, very little, because I just wanted to remember things with my brain like we used to in the old days, you know? Those were the good times, weren't they? But I was toying with the idea of doing a video about the show and also a little bit about what I've learned on YouTube for 2 years, a bit of behind the scenes and all that bollocks. If that's something you want to see, then comment behind the scenes and I'll do it, because I kind of assume that you only really want to watch the sort of videos that I make all the time. Anyway, sat behind me on the sofa was a young girl called Holly. Holly rocks, and you can find her on Instagram, and she does all the TikTok stuff because she's a youngster. Although the old grey guitarist does a bit of TikTok. Holly was sat behind me playing with headphones on, and over all the bullshittery from everyone else, I could tell that she was an absolute monster player. So I thought, fuck it, Holly can have that guitar, and I gave it to her. And this is the clip. Right, so this is Holly. She's just sat and played this, which you're all watching on the channel at the minute, and I just thought I've got to give her the guitar because she's absolutely amazing. So there you go, Holly and Mr. and Mrs. Baker were there, Mum and Dad, and I said, look, have the guitar. It was a prototype. I wasn't ever going to sell it. It was made from a piece of scrap wood that I sat on in a field. I mean, it's got a cool story. The guitar's not a perfect finish or anything, but it does look rather lovely. And I thought the story now is it's gone to Holly. She loves it. It plays like an absolute dream. It was such a nice player. I did love it. It was in my living room at home, and I thought Holly can have that. So she has got it, she's done the demo, and you don't have to listen to my pentatonic bullshittery. Here's Holly, absolutely smashing it out of the park. What do you think of that? Amazing. It's gone to a good home. Thanks for watching, everyone. And yeah, brilliant. The next series, I don't even know what it is. I'm not even going to spoil the surprise. I'll see you for the next build series. And things are going to, after this next build series, things are going to be changing up a little bit, how I film things. A bit more specific per episode, condense it down. Just going to show you snippets of build series and parts that we've not shown before. Much better for me, much easier to film, much more interesting to edit. So if I'm doing a whole guitar build, it'll be like, there'll be an episode on how I do the lamination of the body in detail with a bit of wankery in the background. Then there'll be one on the inlays, and then there'll be something else. So most series are going to be 3-parters going forward, and we're going to be doing new stuff, all right? Because I don't want to be repeating myself. It's soul destroying. I'll see you later, everyone. Thanks for your support. I love it. The Jurgs Cup is coming up soon, and that's a raffle guitar, and it's going to be for the final Leukemia Care raffle for the year. And you need to get involved in that. You can build alongside me. But that comes up after this series. I'll see you soon, all right? Remember, don't be a twat.